Thank you very much for this invitation. I will talk today about recently technique in food research section in ADAFSA about development a new technique to reduce acrylamide level in food processing using lactic acid bacteria. We will talk today briefly about what is acrylamide, formation and the mechanism of acrylamide and health risk and toxicity and exposure assessment of acrylamide and the common food in acrylamide, and we will take about our result and the new technique using lactic acid bacteria to reducing acrylamide, and finally we will brief and the conclusion and recommendation. Firstly, acrylamide, since its first time in 1949, is unsaturated and highly reactive compound amide, odorless, and it's very easy soluble in different solutions like water, ethanol, methanol, and chloroform, and formed by using different industrial packaging, roasting, garlic, and frying. Acrylamide first time in 1994. It's compound by different solution formed between asparagine as enzyme and sugar at highly temperature. When reaction amino acid, asparagine, and sugar at highest temperature formation acrylamide, common in different food, French fries, toast, biscuit, potato chips at highly temperature. In 2009, acrylamide discovered first time by Swedish scientists in different type of food, and after 15 years in 2050, ADAFSA Europe Food Safety Authority assessment acrylamide as a carcinogenic in different age group, and also exposure age and measurement exposure approach. And after 2 years in 2017, EU regulation implement a different strategy to implement acrylamide and resistant continue different enzyme. And in 2020, going different research to discover new enzyme, asparaginase enzyme, to eliminate acrylamide from different type of food and public health awareness. Why the acrylamide health concern? As mentioned now, International Agency of Food Research in 2005 classified acrylamide as a carcinogenic, and also indicate can rule with neurotoxicity cause abnormal change in different protein, oxidative stress, and binding with different type of protein, and also damage lung and affect normal liver and kidney. And also after 5-year effect on acrylamide in health issue and related to acrylamide, we start beginning carcinogenic. And also acrylamide effect on different organic hepatotoxicity and neurotoxicity, and effect also in neurotoxicity and reproductivity toxicity. Therefore, acrylamide effect on almost a lot of organs of body and causing toxicity through the body. Regarding the dietary exposure affect the acrylamide in 3 levels: infant, child, and adult. Firstly, infant, highly exposure, because exposure highly level for baby food and cereal contribute highly significantly for acrylamide, and second class for children, highly exposure for French fries, baked food, and cereal, and last finally a classification for adult moderate exposure and most contributing regarding coffee and pea and potato product. We see the relative exposure to acrylamide using US food classification, 3 type of food, French fries, potato, and bread, and potato chips from 10 to 25 microgram per day, and also classification from 2 to 5 microgram per day for coffee, cake, and dry food, and snack, and different type of nuts. This is brief about acrylamide formation. Acrylamide, the most common food for acrylamide. So different international study working about amino acid, how to reduce amino acid from the equation. The equation of acrylamide contained from free asparagine and reducing sugar at highly temperature forming acrylamide. Different international study recently working about asparagine. Asparagine using enzyme asparaginase to eliminate acrylamide from this equation, but as you know, when working in protein, we have different challenge. When working in protein, need optimum pH, optimum temperature, optimum time, optimum concentration of asparagine in equation. So when work on enzyme, it's very difficult to reduce asparagine as amino acid from the equation. And also when integrate this asparaginase enzyme in the different application is very difficult. So we work in reducing sugar. Reduce sugar from the equation, we're working in this. We know very easy we reduce our determination or elimination acrylamide in this equation is very easy using lactic acid bacteria in 2 ways. The first way, fast fermentation by lactic acid bacteria. So reduce the sugar from the surface type of food, so decrease acrylamide in final product. Second equation, lactic acid bacteria can assimilate acrylamide as a carbon source, so easy to reduce acrylamide in final food. So in this study, aim to development a new technique using different type, using 3 strain from lactic acid bacteria in this study to reduce acrylamide level during food processing and investigate the mechanism to reduce acrylamide, and also fortified functional fermented in this product. Firstly, select most promising strain of lactic acid bacteria fast fermentation inducing acrylamide in different type of food. And second, study the degradation of acrylamide. And the third point, optimize acrylamide degradation using 3 point, pH, temperature, and incubation time using response surface methodology, and after that formulation functional product. Firstly, in this study, using 68 strain of lactic acid bacteria for screening for select the most promising fast fermentation of different type of food, and after that make screening select 40 strain testing for reducing acrylamide, and select most promising strain Pediococcus acidolactase, Lactobacillus paracasi, and Lactobacillus plantarum. Selection 40 strain isolated from yogurt, milk, ripe milk, and russet cheese. The most important strain is 40 strain selected, and after that determination acrylamide in 40 strain, and selected the most promising strain, 3 strains select reducing acrylamide from 33 to 35. After that, impact of different condition, pH from level from 4 to 9, and 3 level of temperature, 30, 35, and 42, and 3 time 18 and 24 and 48, and most promising strain for 7 optimum pH and 35 and 24 time. So after select the most promising strain, 3 strain, reducing acrylamide from 33 to 35, working in this experiment to determination the 3 level of concentration, 3, 6, 9, and 12 microgram per mil, to study how to assimilation acrylamide by different strain of lactic acid bacteria using Pediococcus acidolactase, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Lactobacillus paracasi. So reduce acrylamide 45% at 6 and 9 concentration. So this strain able to ability acrylamide using a different strain of lactic acid bacteria as a carbon source, so reduce acrylamide 45% in 3 strain. After we have 2 methods for optimization of production, traditional method for optimization production using different type of pH, different level of pH, different level of concentration of strain, and 3 time. So in this experiment, using more advanced technique for lactic acid bacteria, using box banking technique, pH 3 level, 5, 6, 7, and 3 level from temperature, 30 and 35 and 42, and 3 level also from time, to get the optimum condition to reduce acrylamide, using run 17 run to select the most optimum condition using box banking design. After that, select the most promising strain and fortified in fermented milk, and monitoring different technological properties using pH, acidity, and acrylamide level. In start point, add inoculation 10 microgram per mil acrylamide at 0 time, and monitoring pH and temperature and acrylamide level.
Yeah, so there is this.
And monitoring at 0 time and 7 and 40 day. After 7 days, reduce lactic acid bacteria 3 strain, A and B and C, Pediococcus and Lactobacillus, and Lactobacillus Pediococcus, reduce acrylamide 45%, and also preserve the survivor of lactic acid bacteria at 7.8 log CFU per mil, and also save the same pH and the same acidity after 7 days and 14 days. Conclusion, acrylamide form naturally in different starchy food and cooking through Maillard reaction at highly temperature, and considered as carcinogenic compound. In this study, select the most promising strain, 3 strain, the effect to reduce acrylamide and under optimum pH and temperature. In this study, using more advanced technique for statistical analysis to obtain the optimum condition for degradation acrylamide for pH and time and temperature, and fortification this strain in fermented milk beverage, and show 45% degree acrylamide during sensory evaluation acrylamide. So this study offer finally eco-friendly biotechnology solution to improve food safety and public health. Thank you.